User Miami Scooby wrote to me about my video on the MAGA Manosphere and toxic masculinity. And I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I'm going to summarize the main point. And the main disagreement that Miami Scooby had with my analysis is that the models of masculinity that are cited in the video are too expensive for a lot of Americans. And I did not include this point in the discussion. It's a very good point. One of the things that it says here that the Miami Scooby writes is, how can you become a good community leader if you can't even provide for yourself? How can you help your neighbor if you're barely staying afloat? A lot of the population is in an anxious survival state. The manosphere resonates because it says, hey, you take control of your life, clean your room, get out of your wretched situation. And if you do that, life will get better. The listeners feel heard and are given actionable advice, even if it's bad. I think that that's a perfectly reasonable thing to include in the analysis. I did not include the financial assessment here, the economic reality, but I do think it is indeed valid. But I also want to make another point about the economics. With a lot of these manosphere gurus, they have expensive gym memberships. They're going to the gym twice a day. They're on expensive steroid regimens. That stuff costs money too. Your average person making $52,000 a year working a full-time job, 8 hours a day plus the commute. They can't go to the expensive gym at all, potentially. They can't go twice a day. They can't be eating clean in the way that a lot of these people describe. They can't afford the steroids that make them look the way they do. So I think there's an economic component to that as well.